didn't visualize future what can happen. We didn't realize that at some point of time this country can also go against us. In politics and in geostrategic, nobody is your permanent friend. Only permanent interests are there. So now their interests have changed. Pakistan was humiliated. They were always looking for opportunity.
Pistol भी उन्होंने जनरल ने सौंपा उन्होंने.
हाँ जी. There's also a religion angle to it. They have Jamaat, foment Islamic fundamentalism amongst their population. Their youth went against the Awami League. Army was also taken care of and controlled by the whole setup. With all these political internal problems, demonstrations, Sheikh Hasina had to flee. That the Bangladesh population is what is anti-India. There's only the Jamaat. And I also must put across the point here, this Jamaat, even during Bangladesh crisis, had supported Pakistan Army.
Oh.
They were also, some of them were part of the genocide of Bangladeshis. Prime Minister had left, we gave them asylum, and then they created the propaganda machinery of theirs. India is known for giving asylum.
Yeah.
Means anybody who is a political figure and wants to come and take asylum in India, there's process
we
for
have
that.
an example of Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama came to India. Jews came to India in First World War. They came to in Second World War. Lot of people from Indonesia came to India. Indonesia, Thailand, that zone came to India. Over a period of centuries, we've been giving asylum and refuge to people who needed
Some
help.
kind of help,
Humanitarian help.
So but it was all turned into propaganda machine against India.
Yeah. So now the change geostrategic environment of the world.
But it seems that everybody has joined hands.
Pakistan was always against us.
Yeah.
China in any case was never helpful to us. Muhammad Yunus went down to China and there he declared that 7 sisters are landlocked. If you help us, we can divide India, put these 7 sisters as part of greater Bangladesh. Our diplomacy now has to come into picture.
We should apprise our viewers about the situation like killings of Hindus there.
There are some rumors that ISI headquarters also has been formed there. They are creating anti-India sentiment. They know that if the minorities get harmed, India will get perturbed. It is their strategy that we will create problem here, let your population react. So first step was diplomacy, which probably I'm sure Indian diplomacy is working there. Second step will be economic, which I presume.
Yeah.
The next century or next 20 decades is going to be war of waters. We have Ganga treaty with Bangladesh. We are a peace-loving country.
Yeah.
You develop, we develop. But we are also concerned about our defense. We are 20 times their Fauj.
Yeah.
I mean, they are equivalent to, not even equivalent to our paramilitary forces.
Yeah.
They know it.
ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਓਪਨਲੀ ਥ੍ਰੈਟ ਚਾਈਨਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਚਿਕਨ ਨੈਕ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੋ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਨਾਟ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਥਿੰਕ ਸੀਰੀਅਸਲੀ
We are very quiet and poised and confident outwardly. All our weapons are ready. Should we launch them now? Should we launch them later? I'm sure our leadership is quite capable of handling this situation. If their leadership is mature, they will think of that. अगर वो fundamentalists रहना चाहते हैं, जिहादी रहना चाहते हैं, वो तो फिर गुरबत से जाएंगे.
ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦਾ ਵਰਿੰਦਰ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ. ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਮਸਕਾਰ, ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਤੇ ਆਦਾਬ. ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਮੁੱਦਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਆਸ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅੱਗੋਂ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਰਹੋਗੇ. ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਅਨਫੋਲਡ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਦਿਨ ਬ ਦਿਨ ਸੀਨ ਚੇਂਜ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੀ ਸੇਫਟੀ ਐਂਡ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਥ੍ਰੈਟ ਬਣ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਲੇਅਰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਏ ਨੇ, US ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਤੱਕ, ਚਾਈਨਾ ਤੱਕ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਰਨਰ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਜਾਂ ਘੇਰਨ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਲੱਗ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਚਾਨਣਾ ਪਾਉਣ ਲਈ, ਰੋਸ਼ਨੀ ਪਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਾਹਰ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਰਾਕੇਸ਼ ਮਹਿਤਾ, ਕਰਨਲ ਰਾਕੇਸ਼ ਮਹਿਤਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਟੂਡੀਓ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ. ਕਰਨਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ.
ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਜੀ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਫॉर ਕਾਲਿੰਗ ਮੀ ਓਵਰ. ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਲਿਸਨਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੀ ਤਰਫੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਕਾਮਨਾਵਾਂ 2026 ਦੀਆਂ hopefully next year should be better than what 2025 was for all of us.
जी, we all hope for the best for us, for our people, our viewers. ਸੋ ਕਰਨਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਐਡਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਹੈ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਫੀਲਡ ਆਫ ਡਿਫੈਂਸ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਰਾਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਗਏ, ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੈ ਯੂ ਆਰ ਪਾਰਟ ਆਫ ਦੈਟ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਪੀਸ
I was part of United Nations peacekeeping force there.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਯੂਐਨ ਪੀਸ ਕੀਪਿੰਗ ਫੋਰਸ ਇਨ ਫਰੋਮ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਸਾਈਡ ਟੂ ਇਰਾਕ।
Iraq Kuwait the war ਜਦੋਂ ਹੋਈ ਸੀ,
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
so we had gone as United Nations observers on behalf of Indian Army.
ਕਰਨਲ ਮਹਿਤਾ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਖਾਸੀਅਤ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਬੜੀ ਰਿਪਿਊਟਡ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਵੀ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਯੰਗਸਟਰਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਅਤੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੱਖਾਂਗੇ ਮਹਿਦੂਦ ਸਿਰਫ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ। ਕਰਨਲ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵਾਰ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇਖੇ ਨੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡਿਫੈਂਸ ਸਿਨੇਰੀਓ ਸਾਰਾ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਉਂਦੇ ਵੀ ਹੋ, ਅਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹੋ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਕਿ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਕੈਨ ਬੀ ਏ ਥ੍ਰੈਟ to safety and security of India in more than one ways?
I personally think कि Bangladesh was basically created by us.
जी जी,
ਜਦੋਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਨੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ
1971
'ਚ, ਉਹ ਉਸ ਲਈ ਸਾਡਾ ਮੇਨ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਇਹ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਥ੍ਰੈਟ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਤੋਂ ਸੀ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
ਜਦੋਂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਮਿਲਟਰੀ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ, we had to look in two sides,
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਔਰ ਈਸਟਰਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ।
ਮੈਂ ਡਿਸਟਰਬੈਂਸ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਸੀ।
ਹਾਂ, ਤੋ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮਿਲਟਰੀ ਪਾਰਲੈਂਸ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਟੂ ਫਰੰਟ ਵਾਰ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਫਰੰਟ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਸੀ, ਈਸਟਰਨ ਫਰੰਟ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਸੀ।
ਜੀ,
ਐਂਡ ਇਨ ਦ ਨਾਰਥ ਵੀ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਹੈਡ ਚਾਈਨਾ, ਸੋ ਵੀ ਵਰ ਵਰਿਡ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਕਿ ਹਾਊ ਮਨੀ ਫਰੰਟਸ ਵੀ ਕੈਨ ਹੈਂਡਲ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਆਈ ਵਿਲ ਨਾਟ ਗੋ ਟੂ ਮਚ ਇਨ ਟੂ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਆਫ ਇਟ। Opportunity came, circumstances developed in East Pakistan. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman ਦੇ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਅਰੈਸਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਿਫਿਊਜੀ ਆਏ। ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ, ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਆਈ ਵਾਂਟ
ਬੈਕਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਵੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਸਭ ਮੇਰੀ, ਦੈਟਸ ਮਾਈ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਵਿਊਅਰਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਯੰਗ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ 1971 ਦਾ, ਜਾਂ ਘੱਟ ਪਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਸੁਣੀ ਸੁਣਾਈ ਗੱਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਸਿੰਸ ਯੂ ਵਰ ਆਲਮੋਸਟ ਔਨ ਦਾ ਸੀਨ ਇਨ ਏ ਵੇ, ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਦੱਸ ਦਿਓ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਇਨ ਬਰੀਫ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਹੋਇਆ, ਹਾਊ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਵਾਜ਼ ਕਾਰਵਡ ਆਊਟ ਆਫ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਐਂਡ ਵਾਟ ਇਵੈਂਟਸ ਲੈਡ ਟੂ ਆਲ ਦਿਸ ਹੋਲ ਸਿਨੈਰੀਓ।
though we came into military a little later than 71, but ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਫੌਜ ਜੁਆਇਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮੇਨ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਇਹ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਹੁਣ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਮੈਨੇਜ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਵਾਜ਼ ਦਾ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਦਾ ਰੂਲਰ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ।
ਜੀ,
ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਾਵਰ ਹੱਬ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਸੀ। ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਈਜ਼ Bangladesh or that time East Pakistan was as concentrated in population density as was the West Pakistan. तो ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਾਏ 70 'ਚ 1970 ਜਦੋਂ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ 'ਤੇ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਏ, ਤੇ ਅਵਾਮੀ ਲੀਗ ਸੀ, ਸ਼ੇਖ ਮੁਜੀਬੁਰ ਰਹਿਮਾਨ ਦੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਸੀ, he didn't want to join the Punjabi groups in the Western Pakistan.
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
ਜਦੋਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ on their own they got the majority.
ਜੀ,
but Pakistan didn't want to transfer the power to a Bengali person.
ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਡੋਮੀਨੇਟਡ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਈਸਟ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਹੈਗਾ,
western Pakistan ਸੀ, ਔਰ Bengali dominated ਸੀ East Pakistan. They didn't want power base to shift to East Pakistan.
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
so then they created environment in such a way that they didn't want to transfer the power. ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਈਸਟਰਨ ਆਰਮੀ ਸੀ, ਜਾਂ ਟਿੱਕਾ ਖਾਨ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਸੀਗੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਵਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣ ਦਿੱਤੀ।
ਜੀ,
so I will not go into politics of it, but since they were the legitimate elected representative of the people, they wanted power.
जी जी,
so army let out their this thing, they created an environment of strikes, demonstration and all. Army went in, controlled them, and created lot of atrocities on Bengali people. They raped, they killed.
ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ
ਜਿਹੜਾ
ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ,
ਹੁਣ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼, ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੀ ਆਰਮੀ ਸੀ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਆਰਮੀ ਸੀ,
ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਆਰਮੀ ਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਟਰਬਲ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤੀ,
ਟਰਬਲ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਬੰਗਾਲੀਜ਼ ਵਾਂਟਡ देयर ਓਨ ਪਾਵਰ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ,
ਜਿਸ ਲਈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਵਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੀ।
ਸੋ ਇਵਨ ਐਟ ਦੈਟ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਵਾਂਟਡ ਟੂ ਬੀ ਸੈਪਰੇਟ।
they didn't want to be separate, they wanted to be rulers. ਇਨੀਸ਼ੀਅਲੀ ਸੈਪਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਵੇਵ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਈ
1970 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ।
ਹਾਂ, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋਏ ਜੁਆਇੰਟ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ 'ਚ,
ਜੀ
ਵੈਸਟ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਔਰ ਈਸਟ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ 'ਚ ਓਵਰਆਲ ਮੈਜੋਰਿਟੀ ਅਵਾਮੀ ਲੀਗ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੀ ਤੇ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਫਾਰਮ ਦ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਇਨ ਵੈਸਟ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ,
ਜੀ ਜੀ
ਬਟ ਦੇ ਹੈਡ ਨੋ ਬੇਸ ਇਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ, ਵੈਸਟ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ. So as a result, the local population became very unhappy when Mujibur Rahman did not get the power.
ਸੋ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਬੰਗਾਲੀ ਡੋਮੀਨੇਟਡ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਈਸਟ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਸੀ,
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਵਰ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲ ਗਈ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ,
ਪਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਈ.
ਦਿੱਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਸੀ.
ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਡੈਮੋਨਸਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਪਬਲਿਕ 'ਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਰੈਲੀਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ,
ਜੀ
then Pakistani army was very strong army that time. They created lot of atrocities on the people to control the wave which was taking place.
ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨੀ ਆਰਮੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ
Western
ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਡੋਮੀਨੇਟਡ
army.
ਜੀ ਜੀ
ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਡੈਮੋਨਸਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਵਧੀਆਂ ਰਹੀਆਂ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਅਤਿਆਚਾਰ ਵੀ ਵੱਧਦੇ ਰਹੇ.
ਜੀ ਜੀ
They started firing, killing, rapes. As a result, bulk of the people in that time East Pakistan, they came to India as refugees.
ਜੀ ਜੀ
And they were at one time almost more than 1 million refugees. So we gave them shelter, we gave them everything to house them. But we couldn't maintain refugees for so long. We wanted international help to feed them, to clothe them, everything. But then the circumstances were created in such a way, jo developments hoiyan, at some stage we had to take a military action to basically send these people back to Pakistan, back to East Pakistan. East Pakistan that time.
ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਓਕੇ.
ਉਹ ਜਿਸਲੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਮੁਕਤੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਫੌਜ ਬਣਾਈ ਗਈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਰਮਡ ਕੀਤੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਨਿੰਗ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਂ ਹੈਲਪ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀ, ਦੇ ਵੈਂਟ ਬੈਕ ਟੂ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਰ ਫਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਵਿਦ ਦ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਆਰਮੀ.
ਜੀ
That time we also supported them because we are also a aggrieved party at that point of time.
ਜੀ
So in whatever circumstances that developed, eventually we had to send in our regular army there into East Pakistan.
ਜੀ ਜੀ. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ 1 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਇਆ.
ਇੱਕ ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਇਆ.
ਤੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਵੀ 1 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਜੀ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੁਕਤੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਦੀ.
That time, hats off to our Prime Minister, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, she was the Prime Minister.
ਜੀ
She and General Manekshaw created a international environment of support for India.
ਜੀ
They created diplomatic pressure, they created military pressure, all these aspects were created. As a result, what happened at some point of time, when we are ready, in about 8 to 10 months militarily and to diplomatically, and we secured international environment, we secured Russian support. However, America at that time also was supporting Eastern Pakistan.
ਜੀ ਜੀ. ਸੋ ਉਦੋਂ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੀ ਚੱਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਤੇ ਇਹ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਵਿਦਨ ਅ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਪੀਰੀਅਡ ਆਫ ਟਾਈਮ ਮੋਰ ਦੈਨ 100 ਕੰਟਰੀਜ਼ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਗੇਵ ਰਿਕੋਗਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਟੂ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼.
Yes, once Indian Army went in,
ਜੀ
we had about 18 days war that time. 3rd of December we went into East Pakistan. And that time also we did not start the war. Provocation were done by Pakistan. They from West Pakistan attacked our bases in Agra, Ambala and all those places. Start of hostilities were done by Pakistan.
ਜੀ
But since we all ready, we all went into East Pakistan, and historic surrender of Pakistan Army took place, in which that's the only example in the world where all people who are intact, they were armed, they're all ammunition, their everything, command structure were intact, yet our strategy of General Manekshaw and General Arora was such that they had to surrender on 17th of December.
Yeah, 93,000.
93,000 uniformed people surrendered.
ਜੀ ਜੀ
And that was another great, once they surrendered, and hats off to our Field Marshal Manekshaw also, they were treated honorably like soldiers.
ਜੀ ਜੀ
And when these people went back, those refugees which had come to us,
ਜੀ
ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹ ਵਾਪਸ ਗਏ, they declared independence from Western Pakistan.
ਜੀ ਜੀ. ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਬੜੀ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਸਰੈਂਡਰ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਤਾਂ ਬੜੀ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਫੋਟੋ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ.
ਹਾਂ.
ਔਰ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਇਟਸ ਵਨ ਆਫ ਦਾ ਵਰਲਡਸ ਆਈਕੋਨਿਕ.
That is one of the worst humiliations for Pakistan, ki wherever they see that photograph, they have to hide their embarrassment.
ਜੀ ਜੀ
And then they keep in pricking here and there.
ਜੀ ਜੀ. ਐਂਡ ਉਹਦਾ ਪਿਸਟਲ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਨਰਲ ਨੇ ਸੌਂਪਿਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ.
Hanji. That was formal military surrender, honorable surrender.
ਜੀ ਜੀ.
It was, nobody was harmed, nobody was killed.
ਮਤਲਬ ਨੋ ਐਟਰੋਸਿਟੀਜ਼.
Yeah. So when they stayed with us in Indian prisons, not Indian, prisoners of war camps, we treated them honorably as per Geneva Conventions.
ਜੀ
And then we had Shimla Agreement, and all these people went back into this thing. And bulk of the soldiers of Pakistan Army who went back had very high opinion of Indian Army. They did not go back as humiliated people. So we maintained their honor at that point of time.
So then they, after going to back to their country, they declared independence.
Once Pakistani government had gone back, so Mujibur Rahman declared independence. That's how the recognition was given by almost 100 countries overnight, and they became an independent country called Republic of Bangladesh.
So then how come that Pakistan continued to foment trouble in northeastern region, in Bangladesh, even after such a big humiliation?
No, that point of time, we secured our eastern front.
Ji.
Bangladesh became friendly to us. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was the president.
Ji.
He became the prime minister actually. And they became a secular state.
Ji.
They did not become, though they were Muslim majority, they did not become a Islamic state.
Ji.
Pakistan was not fomenting trouble in East at that point of time.
Ji.
We had our own insurgencies in Nagaland, Mizoram, Tripura and all these places. And we were managing insurgency. That time Pakistan support to these insurgencies finished because Bangladesh was formed.
Ji.
Pakistan army had got out. But that time the support was mainly from China and from Burma. That was the corridor, which we controlled from almost 71 to about early 90s. Indian army did the insurgency control.
No, like killing of Mujibur Rahman. So
that was the internal issue of their politics.
Yeah, but it might have been supported by somebody.
Yeah. So then when the two-party system came up, General Mujibur Rahman was in the army. He created a coup sort of a thing. Most of the coup take place in some of the countries.
Yeah.
He created a coup and killed Mujibur's family.
Okay.
When he created a coup, he also did not become pro-Pakistan. He stayed by and large neutral.
Okay.
And started ruling the country as president. When he went away from the scene, his wife took over. Khalda Zia took over as part of Bangladesh National Party. Okay. So they were controlling politically. But they were not inimical to India. They were getting some support from here and there, but they stayed pro-India in all these environment.
So you mean to say that, I say that after some time, Pakistan even, they did not relent.
They were always looking for opportunity to get back somehow.
Yeah.
But somehow, because to some extent, we also made some strategic mistakes at that point in time. When we created Bangladesh, we created them in goodwill.
Okay.
They kept ruling themselves. Probably at that point of time, we should have also secured some strategic interests of India.
Okay. So what was the role of, you also explained this one ongoing your viewpoint. Well, I will ask that what was then interest of China and Burma in keeping that place hotbed?
See, when people indulge into your local problems, they support the insurgency. When we send in our troops to insurgency, control the insurgency, then we have to deploy resources.
Okay.
Defense resources, defense budgets. We didn't have that much of money that time for economic development. If that money comes out, goes to the army, we have to buy weapons, control, deploy troops, keep controlling this complete eastern. And secondly, when this thing happens, the economic activity also suffers. There are no major developers taking place in Northeast at that point of time. We are basically controlling the insurgencies.
Okay.
That was their interest, to keep India tied down so that whatever little money you have, don't go for development, go for controlling these or spend it on defense. That was their interest at that point of time. They knew it that Indian Army's might is so big that nobody can declare independence. No, Nagaland can't become independent militarily. But what happens is, even if you have to send a battalion there, a brigade there, a division there, troop deployment is there and everything costs money.
Yeah.
So whatever money, if it was not spent there, probably our economic development would have been much better today than if we are not fighting the insurgents.
So what were, you were mentioning some mistakes by India also. So what were those mistakes?
Not mistakes as such, because that time they must be having their own political and military pressure or international diplomatic pressure. We went as humanitarian people to liberate them.
Okay.
They were oppressed, we went this thing.
Just to help them.
We didn't want to change their boundaries.
Yeah.
India had some vulnerabilities there, like we keep talking about Chicken Neck. If you see the small corridor, Siliguri Corridor, which is there.
Yeah, I think it's just 22 kilometers.
21 to 30 kilometers, that is the width. Yeah. And through this corridor is the complete link up to the east. We have 7 states in the east. All trade, everything goes through this. Probably at that time, our leadership thought that once Bangladesh becomes friendly, we'll have cross Bangladesh routes or the roads and communications and highways so that we can link up through Bangladesh to the east. That would have given development to Bangladesh as well as to our northeast. And our present Prime Minister, and even when Dr. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, they were focusing on look east.
Okay.
Thailand, Burma, Indonesia, beyond. We wanted to expand our trade toward the east because on the western side.
Bangladesh.
And if Bangladesh was with us, we would have got transit corridors.
Yeah.
If Bangladesh is not with us, then all our circulation has to take place from north through this narrow corridor, and that narrow corridor called Chicken Neck or Siliguri Corridor becomes very vulnerable. Maybe at that point of time, we could have secured our interests in that area so that we maintained some sort of a geographical as well as military control over that.
Like better military control.
Better military control or some sort of agreement.
Or geographical control.
Geographical control, stationing of our troops for whatever reason, for training purposes or whatever it is. If we had deployment on ground at that point of time, we would have been much better off.
So these were not mistakes, these were oversights.
Oversights or compulsions.
Okay.
Second thing was, at that point of time, we did not visualize that Indian Ocean will become a battlefield.
Yeah.
So they have a strong port there, Chittagong Port. Our northeastern states do not have access to the sea, except we using this port, Cox's Bazar and Chittagong Port. Probably if we had visualized that time, at some point of time, Indian Ocean would become hot, we could have made some sort of a deal with Bangladesh to maintain control of this port, like what China is doing now. Yeah. They are buying these ports from Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. That time we had it in our pocket.
Yeah. They were in possession of India.
They were in possession. They would have done anything what we wanted.
Yeah.
But either strategic vision was not there, or because of international diplomatic pressure. Because we wanted to be very...
So might be pressure from US. Or
US also, United Nations also. Because we didn't have international clout to that level of this thing. Only person who was at our back was Russia.
Yeah.
The rest, everybody wanted India down.
Yeah.
So we don't know the compulsions of leadership at that point of time. Very fact that they got a very strategic victory itself is a great thing. That we split our adversary into 2 parts, and Bangladesh became independent.
So I think our leadership might have been overconfident to a point.
To a point, or they don't visualize future what can happen.
Yeah.
We didn't realize that at some point of time this country can also go against us.
Yeah.
In politics and in geostrategic, nobody is your permanent friend.
Yeah.
Only permanent interests are there. Yeah. So now their interests have changed. Yeah. Since their interests have changed, their policies are also changing.
So now, India has created Bangladesh or helped them create Bangladesh or attain independence. So now, why Bangladesh or Pakistan via Bangladesh or US via Bangladesh? So they keep creating trouble in India.
See, like we brought out earlier, Pakistan was humiliated.
Yeah.
They were always looking for opportunity to get back to India.
Yeah.
So that they can avenge their defeat and save their face. So long as Awami League was ruling in East Pakistan or Bangladesh, they were very friendly to us. We had a number of treaties with them. They ensured that Pakistan never got any inputs into Bangladesh.
Yeah.
But there's also a religion angle to it. They have Jamaat. They foment Islamic fundamentalism amongst their population. They created an environment in such a way that the youth went against the Awami League.
Okay.
Then they must be having their own international pressure, which you and me can never be aware of. Yeah. America came into picture. Then not acting president, he's more of an advisor actually, but he's holding the complete power. Muhammad Yunus. Yeah. He is basically pro-West and America supported.
Yeah.
So when the army probably was also taken care of.
Some even say that he has been installed by the US.
Yeah, so army was also taken care of and controlled by the whole setup. And with all these political internal problems, demonstrations, Sheikh Hasina had to flee.
Yeah.
She came down to India. And the environment was created that the Bangladesh population is what is anti-India. Though it was not the case, it was only the Jamaat. And I also must put across the point here, this Jamaat, even during Bangladesh crisis, had supported Pakistan army.
Oh,
They were also, some of them were part of the genocide of Bangladeshis, or raping of women and all those things. But since when they came into power, they suppressed them and became a secular country, but the fundamental attitude stayed.
so it means the trouble was created once again, almost the same way.
Same way.
Okay.
Okay. So when the trouble was created and they didn't know what to do, Prime Minister had left, we gave them asylum, and then they created propaganda machinery of theirs that it was India who was engineering all these things.
Yeah, yeah. Mostly after Sheikh Hasina's
Leaving and we are giving them
to
shelter.
India
Yes.
and her refugee status, I think, or honorable refugee status to India.
Yes.
So then-
she was given asylum actually.
Yeah, asylum, the same thing.
Yes. Refugees are a little different, but she was given asylum in India.
Yeah, yeah.
India is known for giving asylum.
Yeah, yeah.
Means anybody who is a political figure and wants to come and take asylum in India, there's process
We
for
have
that.
an example of Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama came to India. Jews came to India
Yes, yes.
in First World War. They came to in Second World War. A lot of people from Indonesia came to India. Indonesia, Thailand, that zone came to India. Over a period of centuries, we've been giving asylum and refuge to people who needed
Some
help.
kind of help, humanitarian.
humanitarian help.
So, like, but it was all turned into propaganda machine against India.
Yeah. So now the changed geostrategic environment of the world, with President Trump coming into the focus, the complete realignments of the friendships are taking place, military realignments are taking place, political realignments are taking place, economic realignments are taking place. The world is not stabilized as yet. We are unstable at this point of time.
Yeah.
Who's going with whom is not very clear yet. Though the power centers are still USA, China, and to some extent Russia. But what happened to Europe?
So
They are sidelined.
But it seems that everybody has joined hands, like see China, see Pakistan, see US. So everybody now at this point of time, it seems that they have turned against India.
Apparently, yes, in the public
As far as
posture, yes.
Bangladesh is
See,
concerned.
Pakistan was always against us.
Yeah.
They needed a entry into East Pakistan. Now Bangladesh, they got one entry when new government came in.
Yeah.
So they got the entry there. China, in any case, was never helpful to us.
Yeah.
They also came in with a lot of money and gave it to Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Muhammad Yunus went down to China and there he declared that 7 sisters are landlocked. If you help us, we can divide India, put these 7 sisters as part of greater Bangladesh.
So in one way, he said that we can break that chicken neck.
We cut off the chicken neck and absorb the 7 states into Bangladesh.
Okay.
Let them become one economic bloc. India will get cut into geographically as well as militarily. Though, of course, these are wishful thinking. It can never happen.
No, it's so audacious also.
Yeah. So, but for a person who has been fed by you as a baby and brought up as an adult, and when he becomes an adult, starts talking like this, that is where our diplomacy now has to come into picture.
Yeah. So what do you think, like, what kind of trouble is brewing up in Bangladesh now with the recent killings?
See, I will not talk about the politics because that is not my field.
No.
But
leave politics aside.
but I will talk about militarily what are the threats coming down to us now.
Yeah.
How we should probably respond, and we are also responding.
Yeah. Firstly, I think we should apprise our viewers about the situation, like killings of Hindus there and the current situation. Then we can come to the solution. Like,
See, these small things are the factors which are being created.
yeah.
We should have a strategy to deal with all these factors. No factor can be dealt independently. Economic, military, and diplomatic. All 3 things have to go together.
Okay.
Normally in international relations, first step is diplomacy.
Yeah.
We are indulging in diplomacy, but as of now, since the government itself is not responding very well, they have become pro-Pakistan. They are giving entry to Pakistan via backdoor channel. They have allowed their ships to come there into Chittagong Port now. They have given them a trade entry into Bangladesh. There are some rumors that ISI headquarters also has been formed there. So these are the factors which we must consider. Now, to create these factors alive, they are creating anti-India sentiment.
Yeah, even
when the religion comes into all these things,
yeah,
so first they brought fundamentalism, the jihadism.
yeah, that's the
Second
old
thing,
trick.
that is one.
Yeah.
Second thing they created was how to antagonize India by putting our minorities. The Hindus are in minorities in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
They know that if the minorities get harmed, India will get perturbed.
Yeah,
We have our own population to deal with. If one Hindu is killed in Bangladesh, a lot of fundamentalist organizations or Hindu organizations in India will also react. And that's what they want.
so that's
You react.
It means it is their strategy.
It is their strategy that we will create problem here. Let your population react. When they react, they do demonstration. Again, our resources get deployed.
Yeah,
Instead of going into our progress, economic development, and all those things, we have to put our resources to manage them.
Yeah.
Then some of our own leaders exploit this situation.
yeah,
Internal politics. So I will not get involved in politics, but militarily, what happens is that so long Bangladesh was a friend, we didn't have to deal with them.
yeah,
Let diplomacy and economy deal with it.
yeah. Okay.
Now that inimical interests are coming in, the militancy is coming in, the foreign forces are coming in, now we'll have to take military decisions.
Yeah,
So first step was diplomacy, which probably I'm sure Indian diplomacy is working there. We are trying to control them, consulates and all these things. Second step will be economic, which I presume.
yeah,
See, Bangladesh is a beggar country basically.
yeah.
They cannot survive economically on their own. Let me give you 4-5 factors.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Their economy is purely based on cotton. Cotton fabric, they manufacture and export. Bulk of the Europe and USA, their complete linen and cotton fabrics are being sent by Bangladesh. It is 80% of their exports.
Okay.
And it also accounts for 20% of their GDP. They manufacture, there are handlooms there, a lot of people are employed there. But where is cotton coming from? That we are sending cotton from India,
Yeah, yeah,
isn't it? If we take away the cotton or if we take away the guarantee of cheap cotton supply to Bangladesh, all their handlooms will come to standstill.
yeah.
They have lakhs of people employed in handlooms. The unemployment.
So it means they are thriving from economic point of view. They are thriving on Indian cotton.
I'll give you 2 more factors.
Yeah.
That is one, Indian cotton. Second is their energy. We have energy grids there. Ambani's have established power plants there, power distribution.
Adani.
They are integrated with our grids.
Yeah.
They don't have energy of their own. So if we withdraw this power, how will the handlooms run?
Yeah, yeah,
As it is, they are not paid the money which they already spent, use the power, about 900 million I think is pending. So they will be devoid of power. They do not have oil. They do not have refining capacity. Complete oil grid is sent by us. They do not have infrastructure. Roads are built by us. The soft credit is given by India. So all these are our leverages.
yeah.
Last and most important factor is water. The next century or next 20 decades is going to be a war of waters. We have Ganga treaty with Bangladesh, in which we share Ganga water with Bangladesh from Fraka Barrage.
Yeah.
It is due for renew now in 2026.
Okay.
I'm quite sure India will now use. Initially, we were very generous. We gave them 60% of the water. I'm not sure if we can abrogate Indus water treaty with Pakistan. Do you think we'll give them water now without any conditions?
Yeah, to Bangladesh.
To Bangladesh will not this thing. Teesta water treaty.
Yeah.
In Teesta water, Bangladesh is trying to bring China into the negotiation, which we say, no, China has got nothing to do with, we'll deal with you.
Yeah.
So that is another part of this thing. Then is their port, Chittagong Port, which they keep talking about. We have to neutralize foreign influence onto that port. I am told, I'm not how far is true, from the Burma side, there's a force that has been created called Arakan Army. And they are the ones who can easily go and disrupt this port completely. So Bangladesh will be left with no outlet.
Yeah.
if at all that happens. So economically, we have a stranglehold over them. But we have not used this stranglehold to get advantages from them, because we thought we are helping them out to build. If our relationships do not improve, this economy will have to be converted into...
So still diplomacy is being tried.
Right now we are at diplomacy stage.
At its level best.
Yes.
From
And
India.
we are waiting for elections next month so that we can deal with the elected representative. The President, Muhammad Yunus, is not elected representative.
Yeah.
Army is also...
He is caretaker.
He is a caretaker, this thing. Army is also not playing ball as yet. They have not shown their hand. Though they are supporting Yunus, but they have not shown their hand. When the elected government, probably next month, if the elections do take place, when they come to power, whichever government comes to power, that is the time probably India will have to pay full spectrum of our power, economic, diplomatic and military.
So it means as of now it's wait and watch.
We don't want to go to step 4 on day 1.
Yeah.
If things improve, because we are a peace-loving country.
Yes.
You develop, we develop. But we are also concerned about our defense. Initially, Indian Army prepared for one front war with Pakistan. Then China became active. We became 2-front war. Now if Bangladesh also become active, it will be 2.5 front war.
Yeah, even at unverified reports said that they were also like supporting in a way or more than one ways in a covert way to some Khalistani elements.
I will not delve into the politics of that. But yes, when the confusion is there, when the pot is boiling, everybody wants to make his own tea into that pot.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So that is more of a politics. I will restrict myself to militarily portion of it, so that these advantages, because of Bangladesh, cannot be taken by those people who are anti-India, whether they are in Western countries, Eastern countries, wherever they are. Because the Punjabi कहते हैं किचड़ पे आना, वो सब ते पैंदा. Isn't it? And they want to put us in kitchen.
Yeah. They want to drag us into that quagmire.
हाँ जी. तो जे ਅਸੀਂ फंस के जाके. And secondly, जे लड़ाई लड़ूई भी होती है ना, बराबरी वाले ਨਾਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ. ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਚੂਚਾਂ ਤੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਸ ਦਿਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਜ਼ੋਰ ਦੀ ਖੰਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੀ. We are having restraint. India is a mature country. We have a strong army. We have a strong diplomacy. We have strong political setups. We have institutions.
So you think that we have, or India have the upper hand still, but it is they have restrained themselves.
We have upper hand will always stay.
Yeah.
Isn't it? We have strong military leadership. We have strong political leadership. We have strong economy. We are 20 times their Fauj.
Yeah.
I mean, they are equivalent to, not even equivalent to our paramilitary forces.
Yeah.
They know it. पर वो होता है ना जो ज़्यादा कमज़ोर है शोर शार पाएगा जितना एक आधा दिन थप्पड़ लगेगा तो सीधे हो जाएंगे. But should we go to that level? That's what is there. जे बड़ा तगड़ा पहलवान छोटे ਨੂੰ गिरा भी लेगा तो उन्हें कोई खास इज्जत मिलनी नहीं है. उन्होंने आप ही गिर जान दो. That's my viewpoint. And अगले महीने तक जब तक इलेक्शन हो जाएंगे, hopefully we have all leverages with us. We have economic leverages, military leverages. Only thing is we want to secure our northern, that chicken neck area.
ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ, ਐਕਟਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਜਾਂ ਕੇਅਰਟੇਕ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਮੁਹੰਮਦ ਯੂਨਸ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਓਪਨਲੀ ਥ੍ਰੈਟ ਚਾਈਨਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਚਿਕਨ ਨੈਕ ਬਾਰੇ, ਸੋ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਨਾਟ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਥਿੰਕ ਸੀਰੀਅਸਲੀ?
No, we are very seriously thinking. We are very quiet and poised and confident outwardly. ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿਖਦੇ ਬੜੇ ਸ਼ਰੀਫ ਆਦਮੀ ਆ, but do you think our military leadership is not thinking? Do you think our political leadership is not thinking? All our weapons are ready. Should we launch them now? Should we launch them later? I'm sure our leadership is quite capable of handling this situation. Only thing is, we don't want to be looking coercive. Because ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੱਦ ਪਾਰ ਕਰ ਲਈ, ਵਾਪਸ ਆਣਾ ਬੜਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ. So hopefully the better sense must prevail. Some diplomacy must come into picture. They will also realize that if their economy gets haphazard, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, during rainy season, Bangladesh has got small rivers. They all get cut off. Small areas are formed. There is no supply of vegetable food to those areas. India at that time supplies them cheap vegetables. so that the population stays satisfied.
Okay.
ਜਦੋਂ ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਰਿਵੋਲਟ ਕਰੇਗੀ, ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣਗੀਆਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਨੌਕਰੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣਗੀਆਂ, ਹੈਂਡਲੂਮ ਬੰਦ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਕਾਟਨ ਦਾ ਐਕਸਪੋਰਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਕਿਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆਏਗੀ? ਇਫ ਦੇਅਰ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਇਜ਼ ਮੈਚਿਓਰ ਦੇ ਵਿਲ ਥਿੰਕ ਆਫ ਦੈਟ। ਅਗਰ ਉਹ ਫੰਡਾਮੈਂਟਲਿਸਟ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਿਹਾਦੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਗੁਰਬਤ 'ਚ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ।
ਨਹੀਂ, ਗੁਰਬਤ ਤਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਕਸਟਰਨਲ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਮਿਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਐਕਸਚੇਂਜਸ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਨਫਲੂਐਂਸ ਵੱਧ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਬੰਗਲਾਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਲੇਅਰ, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਆ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਇਟ ਵਾਸ,
ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਇਜ਼ ਲੁਕਿੰਗ ਫਾਰ ਪਲੇਸ, ਦੇ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਮੂਵਡ ਇਨ।
ਚਾਈਨਾ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਹੁਣ ਵਾਟ ਅਬਾਊਟ US, ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਟਰੰਪ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਸਟਾਈਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਪੂਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਸੋ ਕੈਨ ਇਟ ਹਾਰਮ ਇੰਡੀਆ? ਲਾਈਕ
Trump, probably yes, US diplomacy will this thing, but what they will probably do is, what they can't do directly to India, they may do it through Bangladesh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so they will create pinpricks,
Yeah.
but they are also in a state now stretched to a big level. Indian political system is playing their game and keeping quiet. Let's see how far they go. Now, first they have already gone into Venezuela. Now they are heading into Greenland, heading into Iran. Once all these three things are sorted out, American energies will also be drained.
Yeah, even they are opening so many fronts.
Yes, for so many fronts. That time, so far China and Russia have not openly come out against them. But if they openly come out, America will also need somebody to hold their hand.
Yeah.
So I am sure I have got a strong faith in our diplomacy, in our leadership, military as well as political. I don't think so we have anything to worry about. But yes, वो थोड़ा टिच करेंगे इत्थे.
जी जी.
Our resources get depleted, our economy gets hampered. That's what we are more bothered. हर कोई चाहता है कि ਜਿਹੜਾ 7.8% ਜਿਹੜਾ GDP growth ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ 5% ਤੇ ਲਿਆਓ। ਉਹ ਇਸੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਲਿਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ.
If we get into their trap, let's keep focusing on our economic growth. And ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ they can be handled anytime. Only thing is political will is required when we want to use our influence into conditionality. So ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ help ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ ਜੇ ਇਹ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਅਗਲੀ help ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲੋਗੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਕਰੋਗੇ, and then probably things should improve.
So in your view, handling Bangladesh is not a big deal for India?
It's not a big deal for India. It's a nuisance.
Yeah.
Isn't it? If you have a bad neighbor, ਕੀ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ? ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਰ ਕਰਨ ਦੇਗਾ, ਆਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨ ਦੇਗਾ, ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨ ਦੇਗਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ.
ਤੋ ਉਹ ਝੁੱਗੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ,
ਜੀ ਜੀ.
ਗੰਦ ਪਾ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਾਹਰ, ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ?
That's a beautiful way of saying the things.
ਹਾਂ,
or sorting
ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ 4 ਬੰਦੇ ਹੋਰ ਭਰਤੀ ਕਰਨੇ ਪੈਣਗੇ ਗੰਦ ਸਾਫ਼ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ.
That's what they want. They cannot threaten India.
So it means, from your point of view, it means there's no threat to safety and security of India from Bangladesh.
Not militarily,
Yeah.
isn't it? Economically, what are they
No,
giving
no,
us?
what about insurgency, like fomenting?
Yes,
insurgency?
that is a big factor. So far, a lot of our insurgent groups in Tripura, Nagaland, at some point of time were operating ex-East Pakistan.
Yeah.
If for last 15-20 years, till such time our political governments were there, Bangladesh had become minimal in use by these insurgent groups. Now they may foment trouble again.
Yeah.
Of giving them bases, giving them some sort of a military support. But that also is well within our capability to manage. Yes, nuisance factor is there.
Yeah.
ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਡਿਵੀਜ਼ਨ ਹੋਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਲਾਂਚ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਹੀ ਡਿਵੀਜ਼ਨ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਵੈਸਟਰਨ ਫਰੰਟ ਵਾਸਤੇ। ਸੋ ਦੇ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਕਮਿਟ ਯੋਰ ਟਰੂਪਸ ਟੂ ਦ ਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਐਂਡ ਲੈਟਸ ਹੋਲਡ ਆਵਰ ਓਨ ਪੀਪਲ ਵਿਦ ਅਸ। Assam is now well under control, Nagaland is well under control, little bit of problem in Manipur is there. Hopefully political leadership is indulging in that. If that also gets controlled, then bulk of the insurgency in the northeast would have come to a stop. Second thing which our government is doing in a big way, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਨਾਰਥ ਈਸਟ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਟੇਟਸ ਹਨ 5-6, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕਲੀ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, ਬੜਾ ਫੋਕਸ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਹੈ ਇੱਧਰ ਨਾ ਵੀ ਆਏ, ਇਟ ਕੈਨ ਗੋ ਟੁਵਰਡਸ ਲੁੱਕ ਈਸਟ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ।
Okay.
उधर हो जाएगा. So once they become economically strong, then insurgency automatically comes strong.
Okay. So it means like Donald Trump now looking toward 2-3 fronts, and so there is not much problem in store for India.
As of now, no, because they are focused somewhere else. Russia is focused in Ukraine.
Yeah.
USA is focused in Venezuela, Greenland, all
China
those
is
places.
focusing on Venezuela.
No, China is focusing on Taiwan,
Yeah, Taiwan also. Yeah.
mainly Taiwan.
Yeah.
So they have their own bigger picture to deal with. Why should they get involved in a minor picture of Bangladesh?
So
Yes, support the
Yunus, so Mohammed Yunus is not going to get much support practically on the
See,
ground.
Indirectly, let me tell you, China wants to sell them aircraft.
Yeah.
ਪੈਸੇ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਦੇਣੇ? ਭੁੱਖਿਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋ, ਲੋਨ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋ। ਜਦੋਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਕੱਢ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਓਗੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਕ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਦਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ? You want guns from Pakistan,
Yeah.
isn't it? Everybody wants to sell. ਇਹ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਵੈਲਪਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ 4-5 ਜੋ ਵੀ ਜਹਾਜ਼ ਲੈ ਵੀ ਆਣਗੇ, ਫਸਟ ਨਾਈਟ ਓਨਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਡਿਸਟਰੋਇਡ ਬਾਈ ਇੰਡੀਆ if at all they want to fight.
So don't you think that at some point of time, like Bangladesh can also face threat from Pakistan in a way, because Pakistan is creating trouble in Bangladesh in a way. So it has been trying to get hold of Bangladesh. So don't you think that this kind of atmosphere of uncertainty will create a good situation for Pakistan to control again Bangladesh?
That is their desire.
Yeah.
बट दूसरे के घर में जाके तभी लड़ाई कर सकते हो ना आप। अगर आपका घर खरीद रहा है, ठीक है, उसका बलोचिस्तान भागने वाला है, उसकी फ्रंटियर भागने वाली है, उसका प्राइम मिनिस्टर जेल में है, लोन वो मांग रहे हैं सारी दुनिया से, एयरलाइन बेच के वो बड़ी किराया दे रहे हैं। डिज़ायर तो मेरी भी है रेमंड सूट डालने की, पर पैसे भी चाहिए ना।
जी 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 जी।
तो एज इट इज़ दैट्स अ बैंकक्रप्ट स्टेट। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੇ ਫਿਗਰ ਦੇਖੇ ਹੋਣੇ, ਲਾਰਜੈਸਟ ਨੰਬਰ ਆਫ ਬੈਗਰਸ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਵਰਲਡ ਆਰ ਇਨ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ।
Oh, that's
ਇਫ ਯੂ yourself are a beggar, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਪੈਸੇ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਹੋ,
जी
ਹੈਂ, then you can't have aspirations ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰਨਾ, ਆਪਣਾ ਤੇ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰੋ।
जी जी
That's my viewpoint.
जी।
कि yes, they will like to have these issues with us. ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਮੀਰ ਨੂੰ ਤੋੜਿਆ ਹੋਏ, ਉਹ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਮੀਂਦਾਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਬਣ ਜਾਵਾਂ। ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਤਾਂ ਖਰੀਦ ਲਈ ਨਾ ਉਹਦੀ,
जी जी
ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਠੇਕੇਦਾਰ,
जी जी।
ਠੇਕੇ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ। ਉਹ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਜ਼ਮੀਂਦਾਰ ਬਣ ਜਾਵਾਂ,
क्या
ਪਰ ਉਹਦੀ ਕੈਪੇਬਿਲਿਟੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਣਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ।
हाँ नहीं, बड़ा मुश्किल है उत्थे पाकिस्तान का। Even people are not getting essential medicines. There are so many problems.
There are a lot of problems, and then they want to sell.
Yeah.
Everything they want to sell and get money. And then they have huge corruption, fundamentalism there. ਆਪਣਾ ਹੈ, ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਸਿੰਧ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਦੀ, ਸਿੰਧ ਦੀ ਬਲੋਚਿਸਤਾਨ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਦੀ।
ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਲਈ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਨਰਲ ਮੁਨੀਰ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਰਸਤੇ ਤੇ ਚੱਲੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਹੀ ਇਜ਼ ਨਾਓ ਸ਼ੇਕਿੰਗ ਹੈਂਡਸ ਵਿਦ ਡੋਨਲਡ ਟਰੰਪ। ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੀ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੋਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਚੱਲੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਜੀ।
ਅਮਰੀਕਨਸ ਆਰ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸਮੈਨ।
ਜੀ।
ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ, ਕਸਟਮਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ।
ਜੀ।
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਆ ਜਾਏ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਓ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵੇਚ ਦੇਣਗੇ, ਉਹ ਚਲਾ ਜਾਏ। ਮੁਨੀਰ ਵੇਚਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੈ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ।
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਇਲ ਲੈ ਲਓ ਮੇਰਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਿਨਰਲ ਲੈ ਲਓ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਇੰਡਸਟਰੀ ਲਾ ਲਓ। ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਯੂਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਆਲਸੋ ਅਗੇਂਸਟ ਈਰਾਨ, isn't it? They are using Pakistan against Afghanistan, isn't it? ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪਾਲਿਸੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਚਣਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਖਰੀਦਦਾਰ ਬੜੇ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ ਜੀ।
isn't it? ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਬੰਦਾ ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੇਚਣਾ ਹੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ। So do you think that
That's why in last I think 3 or 4 months Munir and Sharif have had 3 meals with President of USA in their offices.
Yeah.
3 ਵਾਰੀ ਲੰਚ ਵਿੱਚ ਖਾਏ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ
ਉਹ ਇੰਨਾ ਹੀ ਦੋਸਤ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਦਾ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ।
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਇਹ ਤੋਂ।
ਨਹੀਂ, but who is actually controlling Pakistan now? Mr.
Pakistan
Sharif
was always controlled by
or
military.
Or by Munir?
Munir.
So Munir is controlling Pakistan now.
Always their military controls Pakistan. Military controls their courts, judiciary, civil services, industry, economy, allocation. As के budget भी पाकिस्तान आर्मी ने बनाया।
जी जी।
They have given 70% of budget for defense. ਤੇ ਡਿਵੈਲਪ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ?
ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਹੀ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ ਕਿ ਈਵਨ ਮੈਡੀਸਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਵਾਈਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ।
ਦਵਾਈਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ
ਇਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਫਲੱਡ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਪਿਛਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ,
ਜੀ।
ਹਾਊ ਮਚ ਏਡ ਪੀਪਲ ਗੇਵ ਟੂ ਦੈਮ,
ਜੀ।
ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਨਿਕਲ ਜਾਣ ਉੱਥੇ। ਦੇਅਰ ਪਾਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਜ਼ ਸਫਰਿੰਗ ਬਟ ਲੀਡਰਸ਼ਿਪ ਇਜ਼ ਰਿਚ। ਬਟ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਚ ਕੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਅਮੀਰ ਬਣ ਸਕਦਾ।
ਯਾ ਈਵਨ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਜਨਰਲ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ, ਕਰਨਲ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ।
ਹਾਂ, ਬਾਹਰ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ।
जी, और बड़े जमींदार हैं।
और जनरल मुनीर's wife was given American citizenship. Why?
जी जी जी,
In 3 months. So,
दैट्स कॉल्ड फ्रेंडशिप।
and second thing ਤੁਸੀਂ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਦੇਖੋ,
ਜੀ
ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਮਿਲਟਰੀ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪੁਰਾਣਾ ਚੀਫ
ਜੀ
ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ 'ਚ ਹੈ,
ਜੀ
ਮਿਲਟਰੀ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਚੀਫ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਰਿਟਾਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਨੂੰ?
ਜੀ
ਇੱਕ ਵੀ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ
Because during their tenure, they create assets abroad, and once they leave, they can't even come back.
So now, what do you think of Bangladesh and Pakistan creating trouble for India?
They will create minor troubles, that's okay. But we shouldn't get unduly perturbed. We have enough resources at our disposal to keep them neutralized. Only thing is, what we keep recommending or we keep desiring or we keep wishing, India should not deviate from the path of development.
Okay, so development is the key.
ਜਿਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੈਸਾ ਉਹ ਆਪੇ ਰਾਜਾ ਬਣ ਜਾਏਗਾ।
जी जी
ਹੁਣ what can Bangladesh become?
yeah
Why are people coming to India to this thing? Because we are growing at 7.8%.
yeah
ਅਗਰ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ 4 to 2.5% ਰਹਿ ਗਿਆ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ?
yeah
So that leverage which we have got of manufacturing, development and all that we should
that's a
maintain.
big leverage.
ਤੇ
देखो
ਇਹ ਲੋਕੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਡਿਸਟਰੈਕਟ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਖੱਬੇ
ਸਾਰੀ
ਸੱਜੇ।
ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਡਾਊਨ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ,
ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਇੰਡੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ਇੰਡੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਰਹੇ। ਕਿਉਂ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ? ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਪੀਪਲ ਹੈਵ ਮਨੀ।
yeah people have money, but we have population power also.
Look at our normal IPL matches.
Yeah.
It's normal IPL match, when the window opens at 10 o'clock, tickets are sold by 11 o'clock.
yeah
ਹੁਣ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਤੇ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਦੇ ਮੈਚਸ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ, ਵੈਰੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਮੈਚਸ, ਅੱਧਾ ਸਟੇਡੀਅਮ ਖਾਲੀ ਪਿਆ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ
ਪੈਸੇ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੇਸਟ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ।
ਬਿਲਕੁਲ
So Indian middle class is growing in a big way. Money is coming somewhere. We have problems.
yeah
We have internal problems that I'm sure our population and leadership will manage. Militarily, I have very strong faith in our military leadership and military capabilities. I don't think so we have any cause to worry.
okay
Somebody has to give us a green light. It will be sorted out in one night,
that's one.
if not in hours.
yeah
So they also know it. But yes, if internally we get hampered, then there is a problem.
So, Colonel Mehta, you have given such a wonderful insight into situation in Bangladesh and Pakistan. So, what do you and how do you see this killing of recent Hindus, which is perturbing
This
me
is also a provocation.
in Bangladesh, like more
Yeah.
than 10 Hindus?
See, it is a provocation to us. One Hindu lynched, what happens in India?
Yeah,
Demonstrations, this, that. We also have our own Hindu groups, these groups, isn't it? We rise against our own government. We provoke our government ki go in.
yeah. Go
Isn't
into
it?
Bangladesh and
Go
do
into
something.
Bangladesh and unko badi pakad ke le aao. See, that is street level things.
Yeah,
Our government is much mature to handle this thing. Yes, we must use our leverage in Bangladesh to ensure that minorities are kept safe. How we use our leverage, let's leave it to our foreign minister and prime minister and military leadership to handle that.
okay.
They should be given indirect punishment if they don't follow our line.
Like you said, like stopping exports of cotton.
Got
Yeah.
river waters,
Power.
power, infrastructure. 10 दिन लाइट ना आए अपने आप सीधे हो जाएंगे,
जी जी
isn't it? And we should put conditionality. We are too big a country. We are magnanimous. कि यार चलो दे दो उन्होंने, लाइट भी दे दो, पावर भी दे दो, रिवर वाटर भी दे दो. We help them grow up. But जिसले बच्चा ज़्यादा खराब हो जाता है,
जी जी
फिर then parents have to take action.
फिर पॉकेट मनी भी बंद कर
Pocket money बंद करने
भी जाना पैंदा
हाँ जी, हाँ फिर कंट्रोल कर. See, it is a normal thing. We want to behave in a very diplomatic and as a big brother. पर वो कहना तू मेरा भरा ही है नहीं,
जी जी
तो फिर तुम जमीन थोड़ा देनी है उसे,
जी जी बिल्कुल
फिर तो तू बेदखल ही होएगा ना.
ਜੀ ਜੀ ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਕਰਨਲ ਮਹਿਤਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਐਂਡ ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ ਫॉर ਸੱਚ ਆਈ ਐਮ ਥੈਂਕਫੁਲ ਟੂ ਯੂ ਫॉर ਸੱਚ ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਐਂਡ ਇਨਸਾਈਟਸ on Bangladesh. I hope that we will continue to do so in the future also. We will continue to do more shows with you like this kind of informative shows.
हाँ जी, you're most welcome. But let me assure all our listeners and all our audience, we are a very strong nation. We have good policies. We have good capabilities. There's nothing to worry about. Yes, pinpricks will come here and there. We as a country should manage this situation. Our population must support the government, their policies, and if there are negatives, we must support them in-house. ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਇੱਜ਼ਤੀ ਨਾ ਕਰੋ।
ਜੀ ਜੀ, ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਕਰਨਲ ਮਹਿਤਾ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਆਪਣਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਵੀ ਅਨਾਉਂਸ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਇਫ ਯੂ ਵਾਂਟ, so that people can contact you if they have something in their mind or some questions.
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਟੈਲੀਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੈ ਜੀ 4168952954।
ਜੀ ਜੀ, ਕਰਨਲ ਮਹਿਤਾ ਇੱਕ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ ਏਜੰਸੀ ਵੀ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਔਰ ਟ੍ਰੇਨ ਵੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ ਪਰਸਨਲਸ ਲਈ। ਸੋ ਕਰਨਲ ਮਹਿਤਾ, once again I thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so much.